Welcome to Outdoor Madness, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'm Kerry Clark. All right, so I thought I would give you guys a, close to 300-mile review on my 2023 Teryx 4S, and also I'm going to show you how to do the first oil change on this. So first of all, I love the unit. It's awesome. For the type of riding that I do, it's perfect. It's not the fastest thing, you know. I believe the rev limiter kicks in right around 50 miles an hour, but I don't need anything fast. I ride out in the desert and I ride trails, so a compact four-seater like this is perfect for me. I did have one issue and it just seemed to go away. What was happening is that when you would put it in drive, the neutral light would still come on while you're driving. Okay, it wouldn't slip into neutral, just that light would be on. And it just went away. It did that for about, I would say the first couple of months that I had it, and it stopped doing it. So I don't know if that comes back. It's something that's just minor. I might have to take it in and just have them check that out. It could be a loose wire or something like that. Other than that, you guys, I love this thing. It's just been working out perfect for my wife and I, and we are going to be doing some really cool rides coming up here, you guys, soon, so stay tuned. But that's the only negative thing I have to say about it, was that neutral light. Everything else is just, it's awesome, it's comfortable, and it just works out fine for the type of riding that I do. I always go for number one, reliability. That's the first thing I go for. The second thing I go for is comfort, and this thing takes care of it. All right, so now let's get into the oil change on this. Okay, so Kawasaki recommends the first oil change at 20 hours or 120 miles. So I'm definitely over on the first oil change. That's just what happens when you're out in the desert and you're riding and you go over those miles, but not a big deal. And what I want to tell you guys too is everything you need to know about this is also in your owner's manual. So as you can see, I've got it up on the ramps, and you want to make sure when you put it up on the ramps, you drive up on the ramps from the back, not from the front. So when you get up underneath it, you'll see. So when we get to the oil filter and everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do first while we're here, we're going to remove the front driver's seat. So the way you do that is if you lift, put your hand right up under here, and you'll feel the adjustment that moves the seat back and forth. All you're going to do is you're going to pull up on that, and then you're going to pull the seat off, just like that. Okay? And we'll just put that right there. So with the seat off, you can see now you have access to that rubber flap right there. We're going to remove it, which is very easy. When you remove that, that's where you get to your dipstick, and that's where you're going to put your oil in right there. Okay, so real quick, Danny Resendez, hey, if I'm pronouncing your name, your last name wrong, just let me know. You asked me about how I tie down the Teryx in the trailer, well, in the toy hauler. I think that's what you were specifically talking about. The way I do it, okay, these are the straps that you use for like Renthal fat bars on a motocross bike or pro tapers. The way I do it in the front is I take these straps, and what I like to do is you can either go here or you can go here. So let's say you go here, and you take them, you go just like that, okay? And of course the other one, you go just like this, because I know on your side by side you got the same front bumper as I do. I like to use the bumper, and then what I do is I'll crisscross them. So you'll know when you pull up as far as you can, you'll see the D-rings in the floor on the toy hauler. But what I like to do is I take this side and I go over here and cross it to the D-ring that's over here. Then I take this one and go to the D-ring that's over there. That's how I do the front of it in the toy hauler. Now this is how I do the back. So in the back, what I do is I just hook it to the trailer hitch. So see right here? And you've got where your chains go if you're gonna tow a trailer. So, and I use the, the ratchet tie downs, but you don't need the straps back here. I just use the ratchet tie downs and I hook it right here and go to a D-ring, of course, back there. And then on this side, go to another D-ring on the floor that's in the back. That's what works out good for me. Of course, you can mess with it and just see whatever works out best for you. But I don't use the tires. I just use the front bumper and then I use a trailer hitch in the back, and it works out good for me. Thanks for always watching Danny and supporting the channel, man. I appreciate it. Have fun on your Teryx. All right, let's keep going on this oil change. Okay, you guys, so now we are underneath the unit, and you're gonna see this plate right here. All right, try to show you guys as good as I can. And there's 4 10mm bolts you're gonna remove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you see that? Right when you go down there, you can't miss it. So those 4 you're gonna take off, and like I said, it's a 10mm, so we're gonna remove those right now. Okay, you guys, so once you get that panel removed, you can see your oil filter is right there. Very easy to get to. And then those 4 screws that you take off, they're all the same length. The screws and the washers come off at the same time, so it doesn't matter what hole you put them back in. And remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Same thing with the oil filter. Easy spin-off oil filter. And the type of wrench, oil filter wrench, if I need it, and I might need it because this is the first oil change from the factory, let me show you the oil filter wrench that I'm using. So this is the oil filter wrench that I'm using right here, and you'll see how easy it is to get on here. Okay, so basically you just take it, just fits right over the oil filter right there, and then you just take your ratchet, put it right in there, and take it off. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So something I wanted to show you guys while I'm down here, look at how Kawasaki protects the underside of the Teryx. I mean, the whole underside has skid plates on it. Some are steel and some are that heavy duty plastic. All the way back to the rear, there's the trailer hitch, your rear brake, rear differential, all the way up to the very front of the side-by-side. That's what I mean about Kawasaki. And guess what? No stinking rivets like on that Can-Am that I had. If there were rivets under here, you would have to drill these things out first in order to get your skid plate off or to get to your oil change, and then you'd have to tap it and put screws back in there or put rivets back on. Kawasaki makes it so simple. Stinking Can-Am. Now, something else I noticed too, you guys, while I was down here, check this out. I didn't notice it. So this is it comes with these plastic protectors, all right? This is to protect the lower CV boot, all right? I didn't even notice that until I was down here. I guess that's just something I might have overlooked, but I think that's pretty cool too. Protect your lower CV boot right there from roost, rocks, and mud and stuff like that. Just another thing that I love about Kawasaki's. Okay, you guys, so you can see I've got the old oil filter off, but you see how beat up it is? So basically what happened, and I say this, when you do your first oil change on anything, even on a new car, they put these oil filters on so tight at the factory that sometimes the oil filter wrenches won't even work. So the oil filter wrench that I was using is right there. Basically, And it's plastic. If it was metal, maybe not, but it's plastic. So basically what it was doing was just spinning, because this thing was on so tight. So it kind of just basically stripped that out. So what I had to do is take my channel locks, and my channel locks got it off. Once you get the oil filter off, you're going to take your new oil filter and you're going to put just a thin coat of oil right around that rubber O-ring. And then you're going to reinstall it. But when you reinstall it, make sure you clean the surface where the oil filter is going to spin on. Make sure you clean that surface off with a rag before you put it on. Okay, next you guys, you're going to want to loosen up the drain plug and drain the oil. That's it right there. And that is a 17 millimeter. Let me double check, but pretty sure it is a 17. Yep, 17 millimeter. Once again, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, so you guys can see the oil's draining out now. And then when you get ready to put your drain plug back in there, make sure you get a crush washer too. You know, the kit, I didn't get the kit from Kawasaki because I had some oil already here that I was getting ready to use on another side-by-side, and I'm just going to use it. It's the same weight and everything. But if you buy the kit from Kawasaki, check, and it might come with a crush washer in there. It usually comes with the oil filter, and I think a crush washer, but you can check for that. Okay, so you guys can see right there, I removed the dipstick. That's right where we took off that rubber flap. I'm going to stick my funnel in there right now, and this holds 4.2 quarts of oil. So I think what I'm going to do is just put, I'm probably going to start off with 3 quarts, maybe 3.5 quarts, and then start it up and check for leaks, and then take it off the ramps so it's level, and then add the rest of the oil, because I don't want to take it off the ramps until I can crawl up underneath it and check for leaks. Alright you guys, so we fired it up, checked, no leaks at all. No leaks coming from the oil filter, and no leaks coming from the drain plug. So now we're going to put that cover back on that covers the oil filter. Then we're going to take it down off the ramps and check the oil level. Scratching the chalkboard. Forward a little bit. Okay, so we wipe that off. What we're going to do is when you check the oil level, we're going to make sure that we screw the dipstick all the way in. Don't just sit it on the ledge there, but screw it all the way in, then pull it out and check it. Okay, it's probably kind of hard for you guys to see this, but the level right now is right there. Don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of hard to put this small thing in the camera, but anyway, the level's right there. So if I wanted to fill it all the way up, I could, but that's good enough right there. And that was 4 quarts. So 4.2 quarts will fill this all the way up. Well, there you have it, guys. This thing is awesome. I love it. You know, like I say, it's not the fastest side-by-side out there, but I don't care. It's reliable, it's comfortable, and it gets the job done for what I needed to do. And, you know, maybe someday I might upgrade to a 4-seat KRX. That would be nice. But until then, this gets the job done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope this helps you out when it comes to an oil change and just letting you know how good of a unit this is. So don't forget to subscribe. Give us that thumbs up, you guys. We got to keep the channel growing. That's the only way we can do it is with subscribers and your comments. It helps so much. And just remember, I'll see you guys somewhere in the great outdoors.